Let's now take on Eddie's Posse, and before we head into that, I will show you something. You will notice I have changed my front bumper because I unlocked one of those. So previously I had on the Strike front bumper, and I've now switched that over to the Storm front bumper because I figured this one, to me at least, looks like the most catching. So, yeah. We've not unlocked any rear bumpers yet, but I'd imagine we'll probably be doing that soon. And I probably could replace my hood if I really wanted to, but don't really think I need to. Mongoose? No. Actually, on second thoughts, I will replace my carbon fiber hood with another carbon fiber hood. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, let's go with Duo Max, just so it matches the roof scoop that I put on. Alright, let's go.
Dude, you bore me. Here's some cash. Take a cab. You'll get home faster. Yo, taxi!
So we are now taking on Eddie's Posse. Eddie's Posse has plans on lighting him up and leaving you in the dust. Show him you can do a little better than just keep up. Okay. I'd imagine since I'm using the Honda S2K, I will be doing a bit more than just keeping up. Although that's not to say I'll be sticking with the S2K, but we'll wait and see what happens. I can definitely say this coat of paint feels a bit more refreshing compared to my previous coat of paint. So we've got an Eclipse. Okay, so in this race we've got a Mitsubishi Eclipse, a Toyota Celica, and an Acura RSX. And shifting into 5th gear early so I can keep my car straight. And now we get on to the jump and down the alleyway. And shifting up into 5th gear early because if I don't, then this road will just bounce me straight into the wall. I of course don't want that. It's also because I know this is gonna be a tournament event. And yes, I did make sure to save the game before going into this because, well, I kind of needed to. And right now, we're actually doing pretty good. Or at least we were before that van just came in front of me, but it's okay because I took minimal damage compared to my competition, and now I just gotta hope I can hold on to my position. And right now, I am slowly pulling away from the pack behind me. I'd assume Todd is the one in the Eclipse. Kurt, I'm pretty sure, is driving the Acura. And Chad, from what I can tell, he is clearly in the Celica, so I'm pretty sure the one in the Acura is no doubt Kurt. And at the moment, I'm doing pretty well, considering everything that's occurred so far. I'm actually doing pretty well. And I've also led the first 2 laps. So, final lap here at... what track is this called again? I think think this track is called Terminal, but I don't know for sure. Oh, I should know this. Oh yeah, Stadium, yeah. Here at Stadium, I am doing very well at the moment, as I'm now halfway through the last lap and shifting up into 6th gear, so I can keep my car under control. Also having to use the sides of the medians there, so I can still be in front. And using my shot of nitrous to get back into the lead, I avoid hitting the car, and there we go. I've just beaten Kurt to the line. That actually wasn't too hard. Also, I did not think I was going to win this race on my first try, but I somehow did. So I beat Kurt to the line by 4/10. Todd finished 3rd, and it was Chad who came home last. This, by the way, is a tournament. We're doing 3 races here. One of them is down, and that means we have 2 to go. And yes, I did have a look on the NFS fandom page to find out about this. Well, more specifically the NFS wiki to know about this, but yeah, so it's a 3-race circuit tournament. I'd imagine I'm going to win at least 2 out of 3 races. I might even get a clean sweep if I'm lucky, but we shall wait and see. I've won the first race. Todd gets the initial start in his Eclipse. And that's a van. That always annoys me, when the traffic just decides to pop out in front of you without warning. Well, I won the first race at least, and I do know that my competition currently is Kurt, so I think I'll be okay for now, just because I know that Todd is currently not one of my contenders for the cup. I just need to make sure I finish ahead of Kurt, who takes the shortcut. He's not going to get very far, I don't think, and he doesn't. He's still right up there ahead of me. He's not gained any real advantage by doing this, and I've had to run wide there. Otherwise, my car would be in the air right now if I did not take to the outside. And can't really do anything about the 2 leaders at the moment. And at the moment, I'm just trying to see if I can still be a contender for this thing. I don't think I'm going to win here, but I think the real question is, can I avoid finishing last? I don't think I'm going to win this race, but if I can at least stay close to these guys, then maybe I'll have a shot at finishing above 3rd. And that's a medium. I don't think I'm beaten. I don't think I'm beating the guys in front of me. Yep, okay. That was close. So glad I avoided one of them at least. Okay. Well, doesn't look like I'm going to do better than 3rd, but that's okay because we still have 1 race left. And Kurt finished as the winner. Welp. Now I'm heading into the final race with a deficit. So basically, I need to win, and I also need Kurt to finish second if I'm going to score this. If it comes down to a tiebreaker, it'll effectively give it to me because I will have won 2 out of the 3 races. Well, since we're back to where we was before, or in the same area as we was before, I don't think this will be too hard. Chad was just giving me no real estate whatsoever. He was literally just shutting the door on me. Like I just had no chance to avoid him. But anyway. We are doing well here at, is this Port Royal? I think this is Port Royal. At least I believe that's what this course is. And at the moment, I'm leading early, which is precisely where I need to be. If that is Kurt behind me, I can take this down to a tiebreaker, and because I'll have more wins if I do win this race, it will technically mean that I will win the tiebreaker by default, if it is Kurt that's behind me. And, oh, Kurt is not even running inside the top 3 at the moment, he's running at the back. Kurt, by the way, is the one in the Acura, if you've been paying attention. He's basically the guy I need to beat. Of course, I do want to make sure that I win this race. I just simply didn't have the pace in that previous race to keep up with the top 2. But then again, it's okay because Kurt is running at the back. Which means at the moment he is not where he needs to be if he is going to beat me. And so, all I have to do is just make sure I hold on to my position. And then everything should be fine. Alright. Okay. So, 2 corners left once we go under the bridge. Okay, 2 corners left. Easing off the throttle on the exit so I don't run into the wall at the crossroads. Getting a little bit loose there, but able to fend off Todd for the win. Thought for sure I was going to sneeze there, but it's okay, because Kurt came home last. So Todd was second, and Chad came home third. So, these are the point rankings. So, I win by 4 points over Kurt, who tied for second with Todd. Kurt technically gets the tiebreaker between the two, and Chad came home last in his Toyota Celica. That was actually pretty good. So we've now got the Street Glow vinyl, another 6 grand in the bank, and weight reduction, suspension, and nitrous. And we've now got Port Royal Reverse on our track selection screen. Alright, so we've got a drift race and a sprint race up next. And before we get on with either of those... Oh, is it just another vinyl? Yeah, okay. Well, let's get our final upgrades installed. And only brand available to us is Sparco, so have no other choice but to put on Sparco, obviously. And as for this, well... Yeah, let's go with package 1. The one with Ibach, Stillen, Bilstein, and Coney. And also gonna put on my last set of nitrous, and yeah, let's go with NOS. Why not? I like NOS. And just before we continue, I'm gonna get a thumbnail of this thing, so you can have a look at the front end of this car which I've just taken. Alright. Let's now move on to our next event, which is another drift race. Drift Duel. Only Tanaka stands between you and the 3 spot in the rankings. Push him aside and claim what's rightfully yours. Okay. And since I know the S2000 is a good car for drifting, I figure this obviously is more or less a win-win choice. Especially if you've seen the combos I've been scoring with this thing lately. So, I definitely made a good choice by choosing the S2K, there's no question about that. Is what I think. And that's a wall. No matter. I will get back in this thing, because that's what I normally do. I just wait for the race to come to me, and then hopefully the numbers will start stacking up. Hopefully. Yeah, sometimes you have to put it down into neutral in order to actually get the revs you need to get it into a drift. I tend to do that sometimes. And some of the time it actually works. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay ahead of him, and I don't. Fuck me. I know I'm not going to stay ahead of him. Yeah, this is where I need to start scoring big, if I'm going to stay ahead of him now. This is very much the portion of the race where things need to start coming to me, and coming to me fast. In order for me to actually pull this off. Considering the way that started, I'm actually amazed to say that did not go as badly as I thought it was going to go. Oh, come on, come on, score it, okay. Got it. How many more points can I score from here? Well, I'm out in front, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Okay, will that be enough? I don't think it's enough. Never mind, it is enough. I beat Takashi to the line by nearly 18.5k in the end of that run. Tanaka was third in the Subaru, and Kirby finished last in his Mazda RX-7 FD. So, get level 3 vinyls, level 3 flags, another unique vinyl, the H&R Springs vinyl, the Still in Vinyl, and we've now got the Lost Prophets car apparently. And we're now on another Maxi Tuning cover, probably because we put on all the level 3 upgrades. And got another 2500 in the bank, and we're now 3rd in the drift rankings. That is all cool and good. Installed all level 3 performance upgrades on your car.
Whoa, you won the cover from Maxi Tuning. Freaking cool.
Yes, it is freaking cool. Also, hi Samantha. Where have you been for the last couple of races? We will win her respect back eventually, I can assure you. And we're up against Chad next. However, before we do that, I'm going to save the game. And then we can get on with that. So saving the game, because that's what I do. And now we will get on with our next race. Chad's new toy.
Oh, you want to take me on? Well, let me show you how the big boys play.
Chad's got some new wheels, and he thinks they're good enough to knock you down a peg or two. We'll see about that. Although then again, Chad is pretty good. It's just dependent on knowing if he's able to keep me behind him long enough. That's all I can really say. Is that him in the Skyline? I'm pretty sure he has the Skyline. He's either in the Skyline or the 350Z. But I'm pretty sure... Oh, okay. Oh, correction. Chad is in the S2000. Yeah, okay, that makes a bit more sense now. He's in the S2000. Motherfucker. Well, at least I can say the nitrous is about as good as it'll get. And heading straight for the construction site shortcut. And very nearly getting airborne, and just like that, my car immediately goes into an unrecoverable spin. I think this is where we're going to be struggling a bit more from now on. Well, this is probably going to go one way, and it's not going to go my way. Although then again, I'm now right behind the Skyline, so maybe this will go my way. And a little bit of contact there. Also scraping the fence there on the inside, but able to regain control of my Honda. Chad is basically nowhere to be seen at the moment. I have now recovered from that early race wreck, and it looks as though I am going to pull this off on my first attempt. Just about. So I beat Woo to the line. No wait, hold on. It was Kaz who was in the Skyline. My mistake. Okay, so I won in the end by just under half a second ahead of Kaz. Woo finished in 3rd in the Nissan 350Z, and Chad in the other Honda S2000. As a result of him wrecking both of us early on, he basically finished last. I am glad to say that race was long enough for me to recover. We've now got level 3 spoilers. Not bad. Not bad. I'll probably be using one of those in the next segment. And now we're going into the fire. Well then. Let's see how we go.
Bro, it's me. Nice job taking down Eddie's posse in that last tourney. Number 3 in sprints is now on the line. Too bad Samantha ain't here to see it.
Jose, I'm sure she will come back. The closer to the top you get, the more intense the competition gets. With the 3 spot on the line, turn up the heat on the competition. I'm also going to save the game before going into this, because I need to be absolutely sure of this whole thing. I also know the next couple of races here are probably going to be tricky ones, so I at least think about it. Okay, let's go. Already heard a message from Jose. Don't really think we need to hear it again. So let's just get on with our next sprint race. Alright, so we've got an Integra, a Celica, and a Civic as our competition here. You know, the rear lights on that Civic, they actually look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I literally just noticed those, and they do actually look quite eye-catching compared to most other taillights I've seen. And there goes the Celica, as driven by Vince. And I'm currently leading. Here in the sprint, no one is behind me, and I hit the same pole again. God damn it. It's probably just a skill issue. But then again, it doesn't take me too long to fully recover, because I'm now back out in front once again. Probably because the AI appears to be less consistent. Probably because the AI appears to be more inconsistent than what I am. That could be the reason. Or it could just be because I have a bad fast car. That could also be the case. Because I'm not gonna lie, this car is fast, and I mean damn fast. And at the moment it looks to be serving me well. Don't think that shortcut is going to help me, so I take the normal road, and there we go. Victory. By 1 second over Scott. Vince was third in his Toyota Celica, and it was Spin who finished last in the Honda Integra. So now I've got the HKS final, another 2500, and we've got the First Avenue Truck Stop Sprint available on our track list, and we're now up to third in the drift rankings. So I think that means we're now third on all of the respective ladder rankings. Is that right? And yes, we are. We're P3 in all of the race rankings now. And basically, for most of them, with the exception of Dirt, all these other guys, well, they're obviously Eddie's crew. And next up, we've got another circuit race. But we won't be doing that until next time. So, that'll do it for this episode, and I will see you all in the next episode. Keep it coming.